so gutted after that. Crystal Palace won, Manchester United won. That late free kick, stunning free kick to be fair to him, from Olise has grabbed Crystal Palace a point, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong for Manchester United in that, I was about to say second half, but in the last 10-15 minutes really, Casemiro gets booked. He'll miss that game against Arsenal after an immaculate performance by him. You know, winning so many balls, regaining possession at every single attempt. Casemiro was spot on today, apart from one challenge. And that challenge, which he kind of had to make, has seen him booked. And that's his 5th booking. Just at the point where it kind of gets reset. And he'll now miss that Arsenal game. And I'm really worried about that Arsenal game. And I was sitting there thinking, damn it, worried about that. We've got a booking, but we've managed to get 3 points, or at least we're on the way to. And then, with minutes to go, Olise steps up, and it's an absolutely world-class strike from Olise. In the 91st minute as well, of 5 minutes added on. United, we had a few opportunities to get back into it in the last couple of minutes. Casemiro nearly hipping one in on the line. I don't know how that managed to stay out, but ultimately, I feel like we have ourselves to blame in that second half. We sat off Crystal Palace, we didn't go for them enough, and I think it showed in that last couple of minutes. When we were trying to score, we looked like we could score at any opportunity. We brought Garnacho on, and I don't think he really, you know, we never really got him on the ball to show what he could do. I thought Marcus Rashford was poor today, and we were just real poor in that second half. I don't think we went for it enough, but at 1-0 on the 79th minute, the only thing that could go wrong was a set piece or something, because I do feel like we kind of controlled it, man. We were seeing it out, but then boom, that booking hits you. Maybe everyone was gutted about that as well, but they get that free kick and he scores that, what, you know, 2 times, 3 times out of 100. It was a stunning free kick, but so gutted, man. And we're going into that big game now, having dropped a couple of points, and with one of our key players missing. Now look, I said this before, I don't think we're in a title challenge anyway. You know, Erik ten Hag's first season, but to go into that game with a win would have been nice. And when you look at, you know, City are playing Spurs tomorrow, when you look at where that would have left us standing in the league, you know, that was kind of our game in hand on Newcastle. We could have stretched our lead on them to 3 points. It's now only 1 point. You know, City could go 3 points clear of us if they win that game against Tottenham. So, look, I don't think we're in a title race, so I'm not gutted about that, but it's just the manner of it all and what happened in the last 10 minutes, just when you think things are going swimmingly well. But this team has to learn how to take setbacks, knockbacks, disappointments, and move on from them. And even without Casemiro, roll your sleeves up, get stuck in, and go for that victory against Arsenal, because we can still do it. We beat them without Casemiro starting at Old Trafford, but it's going to be a lot more difficult without him, because he is a fantastic player and he showed that today. Wout Weghorst made his debut today as well. I thought he was impressive in terms of some of his pressing and off the ball stuff. And you look at his run for Bruno's goal, I think he takes the defenders away from him. But in terms of a goal threat, is he a goal threat? Was he a goal threat today? In today's game, no. But look, still a long way to go for him. It was his first game for United. Probably a little bit of nerves there, and you know, he's only trained with us for a while, so everyone will get used to him. But you know, I hope Anthony Martial's fit for the weekend. And again, there's a problem at the moment. You know, our best striker's made a Weetabix. We're bringing in Wout Weghorst on loan. You know, if Casemiro gets injured or suspended, we're all fretting. You know, Rashford went down at the weekend, and you could hear a pin drop inside Old Trafford because everyone was so scared. That's why we're not in a title race. We haven't got the the bench for it. We just haven't got the bench for it, and I'm disappointed today. But ultimately, it's because of how far Ten Hag has brought us, and he's moving us forward. We're improving. We're getting better, and we got a difficult game this weekend that hopefully we can go again and get a result in. But that 3 points was there, man. It was there, and to drop them like that is just so annoying. So annoying. It would have brought us second, you know, 2 points clear of City, albeit, you know, having played a game extra. wouldn't have given us the opportunity to go, you know, a couple of points behind Arsenal if you beat them. Now look, if we beat them, you still never know what's going to happen. But it's just disappointing today. And especially this is a poor Palace team as well. You know, Vieira's not doing too well at the minute. They're not winning many games. They'll probably go and lose their next couple of games and he'll get sacked, and this will be that anomaly. And maybe it's the fixtures and the fatigue and everything that's caught up with us. One of the only teams to win every game since the World Cup until today. But I just thought the manner of the performance in the second half, even if it was a little bit of fatigue, I thought let us down a little bit. There was some excellent saves from De Gea, and you could kind of feel that maybe that sickener would come, and it did. As I said, I thought De Gea was excellent, couldn't do anything with the goal. Lisandro Martinez got elbowed in. Was that a red card? Should we have had a penalty for the foul on McTominay? Those are possible decisions we could complain about. But I'm just gutted about Casemiro getting booked. Gutted about dropping 2 late points. Luke Shaw, excellent. Wan-Bissaka, man of the match today. So good. It was a toss-up between him and Casemiro for man of the match for United. And I thought Wan-Bissaka was amazing. He even probably saved us 2 points towards the end there. Absolutely incredible turnaround from him. Martinez and Varane, thought they did well. Luke Shaw, as I said. Casemiro was excellent. Eriksen with another assist. You know, Bruno Fernandes with a goal, but I thought his second half performance was poor. And it was his, you know, lack of a tackle really that probably resulted in Casemiro getting booked. But again, another goal from him. Rashford, an off day, probably is least impressive game since the World Cup break. Maybe that's fatigue, I don't know, but he didn't look too sharp today. Anthony, I thought first half he was pretty good, had an argument with Bruno which I think got him going, but again didn't show much in the second half. And Weghorst, as I said, it was his debut. Look, we know he's not the level of striker that we want to get, but we need an alternative there, and that's what he's giving us at this moment in time. But we let them have that a little bit in the second half. We sat off them too much. Maybe we showed them, you know, we disrespected them a little bit and thought they're not going to score. But when you got Zaha and Olise and Eze on the pitch, anything could happen. And we failed to get that killer second goal. Maybe you could blame the referee for not giving a penalty, but we should have done a little bit more. And on another day, Casemiro doesn't get booked and he snuffs that one in at the end, and United get a late winner, but just wasn't meant to be, man. I'm gutted, but it's because of how far we've come. And ultimately, you look at things with Man United at the moment, and it's not all bad, you know what I mean? I'm just gutted about this game. We've won our last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fixtures in a row since the World Cup, and we've drawn this one. It's not the end of the world. It's just a massive disappointment and a little bit of a missed opportunity going into that Arsenal game, but we'll survive, and we have got that Arsenal game, and there's what better way to make up for it than to beat them. So, you know what you have to do, Reds. I just fear, without Casemiro, play McTominay and he's going to be hiding from everyone in there. Or you play Fred and Fred's going to be running around like a headless chicken. The options aren't great, but Ten Hag, hopefully he's got a plan up his sleeve. Got it wrong maybe in the second half today, but he'll make mistakes and hopefully learn from them. Anyway, I'm gutted, so I'm going to get out of here. See you in a bit.